You're, let me wait till all of the let me wait till all of the notifications go up. Now, I want somebody to come on and tell me what's the date that I sent something to this address in Bulk Springs. I mean, did you think I wasn't waiting? Where's that? Go look somewhere else, man. I don't know what the fuck y'all look.
Federal agents move through the quiet morning streets of an upscale business.
This is fair use. I remind you, look at the right side. Everything that's on the right side.
Business district. The building ahead houses one of the most influential private equity firms in American real estate. Inside, executives are about to learn that their empire, built on the dreams and desperation of American homeowners, has reached its final chapter. At precisely 6:15 in the morning, the doors are breached, not by competitors, not by protesters, but by a joint task force of the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Internal Revenue Service Criminal Investigation Division. What follows is the largest coordinated seizure of residential property deeds in recent federal enforcement history. The target is a man the industry quietly called the Housing King, a financier whose firm controlled tens of thousands of single-family homes across more than a dozen states. To Wall Street, he was a visionary who revolutionized institutional real estate investment. To federal investigators, he was the architect of a fraud scheme that weaponized the American housing crisis for personal enrichment. When agents placed him in handcuffs, they were not just arresting an executive, they were dismantling a machine that had been extracting wealth from communities for nearly a decade. And the evidence they carried out would expose how private equity had quietly transformed the American dream into a profit engine that left families with nothing. Stay with me. What federal investigators uncovered inside that building reveals a system most Americans never knew existed. The story of how this housing empire attracted federal attention begins not in boardrooms but in neighborhoods. Across the American heartland, in cities like Phoenix, Atlanta, Charlotte, and Dallas, a pattern had been emerging for years. Families who lost homes during the foreclosure crisis of the previous decade watched those same properties reappear on the rental market, now owned by faceless corporations with names that meant nothing to local residents. What seemed like market recovery was actually market capture. Private equity firms had moved aggressively into residential real estate following the 2008 financial collapse. They purchased distressed properties in bulk, often at auction, paying cash while individual buyers struggled to secure financing. Within years, institutional investors owned hundreds of thousands of single-family homes that had once belonged to middle-class families. The firm at the center of this federal action had been among the most aggressive. Court documents indicate the company acquired properties across more than 15 states, building a portfolio valued in the billions. But acquisition was only the beginning. The real profit came from what happened after the purchases were complete. Tenants reported sudden and unexplained rent increases, sometimes exceeding 30% in a single year. Maintenance requests went unanswered for months. Lease terms became increasingly restrictive, with penalties and fees appearing for violations that seemed designed to be unavoidable. Eviction rates in properties owned by the firm reportedly exceeded regional averages by significant margins. Community advocates began documenting complaints. Local journalists published investigations. But the firm's legal structure made accountability nearly impossible. Properties were held through layers of subsidiaries and limited liability companies. Tracking ownership required resources most tenants simply did not have. What finally changed was the attention of federal investigators, who began looking not at individual complaints, but at the financial architecture holding everything together. The federal investigation that led to this morning's raid did not begin with housing complaints. It began with numbers that did not add up. Internal Revenue Service, criminal investigators, specialists in following money through complex financial structures, first flagged irregularities in tax filings connected to the firm's real estate holdings. The discrepancies were subtle at first. Property valuations that shifted dramatically between acquisition and assessment. Depreciation schedules that seemed to accelerate beyond standard accounting practices. Income reported to investors that did not align with income.
Now, I'm getting ready to show you something. It's going to break a lot of you fucking hearts on here, but do you think I give a fuck about your heart? No, I don't give a fuck about your heart. I'm going to show you DJ Q, a nigga that has a mortgage. I don't hate DJ Q. Him and the black Harriet Tubman that doesn't exist, and Angela and everybody that was on the growth section, you don't know what shit about growth. You're dumb. You're dumb. I draw you out every time. Because most of you work for someone else, but somebody gotta work. Whether you're working for the FBI, you're working for somebody. So when I see people trying to attack me because I'm black, see this? I'm black. And I just don't want to deal with your black ass because you trying to take me down. Did you help me build? You trying to take me down? You know how much I had to fucking work since 2000 to build what I built. I built without ever saying a stumbling fucking word to my family or anything. All I let them see was, yeah, picnics, everything. I didn't tell them how I got my money. It wasn't illegal. If I tell you, me and my people, we went down into Georgia and we was tapping pockets, or somebody tapped pockets with somebody from DMF. I'm not lying to you. I watched it. I know what fucking truck they was in, a Suburban. I don't give a fuck how big they was, and nobody had no hammers or nothing, because the person, my homies and my partners, they flew in. We all flew in, so we didn't have no fucking guns on us or nothing. Now, let's say, for instance, somebody was cooperating with the federal government. Not me. Do I look stupid enough to tell you somebody is cooperating with the federal government, and that's the federal government published that they were working with the federal government? So if you put it out, you fucked up, not me. I don't know who fucking working with the federal government. This is entertainment purposes only. So if a motherfucker say he ain't a rat, he said he wasn't a rat. If a motherfucker say he a rat, he a fucking rat.
investigation when evidence suggested the financial irregularities were connected to fraud affecting investors, lenders, and the broader housing market. The firm had raised capital from pension funds, university endowments, and institutional investors by promising stable returns backed by hard assets. Those assets were real. But investigators allege the condition, occupancy rates, and revenue projections presented to investors were not. Properties described as fully leased were allegedly partially vacant. Renovation budgets were allegedly diverted. Management fees were allegedly structured to benefit executives regardless of fund performance. When federal agents finally obtained authorization for a coordinated enforcement action, they were not investigating a single crime. They were preparing to dismantle what they described in court filings as a multi-year scheme to defraud investors, evade taxes, and manipulate the housing market for personal enrichment. The morning of the raid, federal vehicles converged on multiple locations simultaneously. The primary target was the firm's headquarters, but agents also executed warrants at properties connected to senior executives, including residences, secondary offices, and storage facilities. At the main building, tactical coordination was precise. Agents secured headquarters. But agents also executed warrants at properties connected to senior executives, including residences, secondary offices, and storage.
What's that? Secondary offices and storage facilities. On December 20th of 2023, a storage facility named, I don't know who ran the motherfucker, but it was a storage facility right on, and it had, my shit was in there, in that storage facility. Someone thinks that's funny, and it's a black bitch, and I'm gonna keep calling her a black bitch. Harriet Tubman, nappy head bitch, and everybody that was around her. That's DJ Q. All of you motherfuckers that was in that chat talking about you, the growth sector. Fuck y'all with the raid, John. You know the raiding? When you raid somebody, you stick that big ass torpedo, John, and bust that fucking door open. Fuck y'all with one of them. Because you thought I didn't know. And you thought I didn't know that fucking Sharon Brown keeps every woman that I bring up here, she try to get close to them and get in their chats. And act like she a friend. Her and dirty ass Ray. Yeah, y'all from Alabama, one from Ohio. The Ohio player, the other one, you was trying to start a fucking band. Man, fuck that. Niggas should mind the business that they fucking, mind your fucking business. A bitch betray me, that bitch gonna get what she deserves. I ain't did nothing. Only thing you gonna see is receipts, meaning that you received money, not that I took money from you. You on here talking all my business, all on this motherfucking internet. And I'm a private equity, or we or anybody else that I deal with, we deal with private equity. We don't know nothing about no fucking, we ain't public. We ain't public. So I don't know who the fuck they chasing in storage facilities, and you burned it, and I can show the fucking, the shit was burnt up, but when shit was left from the house, I see you on 4K camera. Yeah, I see you walking out with TVs and everything. 2 trucks came up. The exact dates. Exact dates. After I talked to Queen 88 and her dirty ass pop. Y'all want to make friends. No, we not making nice. We not making nice. We not making ice. Nothing was in there. You find something in there? You found something. Anything in the property when you went in there? You ain't find shit. But I can show you a picture of something that was there and then something that was missing. And I can show you the law firm that was representing one of these private equity places or real estate investment trust joints. Yeah, I can show you all of that. So when I say I can take you down, I'd say I can take you down, but I always mention Sharon Brown, the dirty bitch with the feet that I didn't like. I just didn't like your fucking feet. Take that shit and go to fuck on with your fucking husband. If I know about you, dummy, you think I don't know about Terrain Hicks in Macon, Georgia? His family owns a funeral joint, the same place where my family. I said there somebody might just been fucking. I just try to say it a little bit cleaner. So I don't know Terrain Hicks, but I'm a killing. If I catch him coming down 95, 301, I'm going to kill him. I have him on tape saying what it, and I have him on, yeah. I got him, MHB, and I got fucking Ratchet TV hiring them, and I got fucking you, Sco, and all of them in one check on Shay's Tube channel, and that's where I got the recording from. I was asleep. I didn't know anything about that. That someone was planning to do something to me because I was asking at that time for justice for somebody else. So you can say you want me to come visit you. You don't want me to come visit you because I wouldn't tell you. It's just for entertainment purposes only. Yeah. See my hat? We don't know nothing. This ain't a threat, or I'm not threatening nobody. Motherfuckers threatened and did something to my child first. I just didn't put the pictures out and show y'all everything that was done to her. I show you the good parts when she's graduating, that she made it through, regardless of what happened to her before. She made it through, but daddy was always behind her, looking at the crowd, seeing what you were showing, taking pictures of everybody in the audience. And I asked y'all, do y'all want a massacre? When you want to see my daughter walk across that stage, I watched my daughter walk across the stage. You ain't want no massacre. So stop acting like y'all gangsters for real, because you know it can go down at any fucking time. But yeah, I'll be masked up and everything, and I'ma snatch motherfuckers. Yeah, get that get these motherfuckers up before they get snatched up. I already know a couple, two or three of you. Give me these motherfuckers so I can snatch them up. Either gonna snatch them up, or these fucking trials is just gonna keep fucking happening. All these raids are gonna keep happening because y'all are ball clapping, sucking dick, eating pussy of motherfuckers on this internet that don't deserve any fucking glory. They trying to take everything from black people that look just like us and then call them brown. And them brown people, actually those brown people are us. Just because somebody think they from Africa with that old nappy ass fucking hair and all of that shit, I don't give a fuck about your nappy ass fucking hair. That shit come from Duke putting that fucking permanent fucking, yeah, you put that Duke fucking perm in your hair, yeah, that fuck your hair up and break that shit off. That's why anybody say anything about somebody named Duke, I don't give a fuck what their name is. They could put the Duke in front, put the Duke in the back. I know in North Carolina, somebody named Duke, yeah, you was selling this motherfucking conch. Conch is that motherfucking shit that break motherfuckers' hair off. They want their hair to be straight when, yo, your hair is meant to be the way the Most High intended your hair to be. So my kids will, no, you're not putting no permanent, the one, more than anything that would break my heart as a father is to see my daughters do something, yeah, to their hair that was, and it become permanent, and then they shit start breaking off, yeah, and they shit start looking all fucking nappy and shit. Yeah, I don't want my daughter's hair looking all fucking nappy. Yo, put natural shit in your hair. Did your mom teach you that? Did I teach you that? Then they start getting into you wanting to put all types of fake shit, fake ass, fake tits, trying to please somebody. I don't do none of that fake shit, fake teeth, fake nothing. I'm gonna give you a 52 fake out because I know you're a fucking imposter. Yeah, go to that room. I'll be right there. And I'm never coming. Or I was there early. Now, I shut people's mouths up. I don't open them. I shut them up. Or they decide to open their mouth and start talking. They opening their mouth because they want to start talking because I ain't talking. I ain't say nothing. I ain't say nothing. I don't even live on nothing. I mean that. I'm not, yo, I let people come over here and they talk however they want to talk, and I just go on mute. A nigga don't keep popping up over here. Remind me your boyfriend? Fuck you keep popping up over here for? Yeah, because at the end of the day, you know that I see that Quince, or Quinn, on one of the MO3 songs.
Facilities. At the main building, tactical coordination was precise. Agents secured entrances and exits before announcing their presence. Employees arriving for the workday were directed to holding areas where their identification was verified and their electronic devices were collected for forensic examination. Inside executive offices, investigators found what they had been seeking: physical documents that had never been digitized, hard drives that to holding areas where their identification was verified and their electronic devices were collected for forensic examination. Inside executive offices, investigators found what they had been seeking: physical documents.
What is this? This is a Toyota Camry, LA. How much can you see here? Federal agents, they wear that fucking them cargo pants and all that shit with these blue FBI shits on. I know how they come. So this is one story. Look what they wrote. But the disclaimer part, this video contains narrations, recreations, or elements generated using artificial intelligence for informational and entertainment purposes. But do you think that they're lying, that they actually did this?
Documents that had never been digitized, hard drives that had been kept offline, portable storage devices that executives apparently believed were beyond federal reach. The seizure inventory, according to preliminary court filings, includes more than 400,000 pages of financial records,
Sit Rep IA. How many of you know what a sit rep is? And why do they have the phone number? But they make sure it's the FBI, but they got a sit rep IA 22 right there. Phone. Yeah. And they got a pink joint over here. See, you niggas. Don't look at shit. Y'all can't see the name on the pink John right here? Yo, I can see it. I can't do the homework for you. I can see everything, and I can see the name that's on this pink paper. The case that they're working on. It's somebody in Texas. Yeah, fucking rapper that think he about to get away with murder. It's right here on this sticker right here. I can't tell you what to do. Do what the fuck you want to do. I know I ain't got nothing to do with it. You can't see something right here. There's something written right here that they're trying to show us.
Decades of internal communications, and property deeds representing ownership stakes in residential properties across the country. Federal officials have declined to specify the exact number of homes affected, but sources familiar with the investigation suggest the figure exceeds 20,000 individual units. For the man at the center of the operation, the morning ended in federal custody. He was processed at a regional field office and transported for an initial court appearance. The charges filed against him include wire fraud, tax evasion, and conspiracy to commit securities fraud. Additional charges may follow as investigators continue reviewing seized materials. Bail was set at a figure reflecting the court's assessment of flight risk. The defendant reportedly holds citizenship in multiple countries and maintains financial accounts in jurisdictions with limited cooperation agreements with American authorities. Electronic monitoring and passport surrender were conditions of any potential release. What happens inside private equity real estate operations is not something most Americans ever see. The firms operate at a scale that makes individual accountability nearly invisible. But investigators piece together testimony and documents that reveal how the alleged scheme functioned in practice. The process reportedly began at acquisition. Properties were purchased at distressed prices, often directly from banks eager to clear their balance sheets. The purchase price established a baseline value. Within months,
Now, so you bitches, you thought y'all was doing something. Showing 28 Rare Court by Lone Star Funding. I told you, dumbass. Ain't nobody ever, ain't no fucking foreclosure, dumb bitch. You gave out the wrong information and you still got it up looking all fucking stupid now, knowing you stay in apartments. I left. I just took a picture of everything. I left my place. I don't want my kids, my nieces, everybody that was staying with us. I don't want them to have to go through that. But I made sure I took a picture of everything. Now, you still got that picture, that video up of my property, and you're saying in there, you, DJ Q, all of you in Tennessee and everything, y'all know everything, right? You don't know me. You thought you did. You know the Philly Shell? Y'all knew Clifford. Y'all knew Georgie Ben. You ever heard of Clifford Ben? I don't know.
those same properties would be appraised at significantly higher figures, sometimes double or triple the acquisition cost. These
So when we got it at 250, and the fraudulent company comes in and tries to take it back and uses a judge, and then uses a black bitch on here to say that's not what the judge said. How the fuck do you know what the judge said? How much did I get it at? 250. This bit of praise that what? Yeah. They show the red screen right here with the yellow writing. These inflated appraisals served multiple purposes. I got it at 250. They sold it at what? And you were a part of it. LA. Sharon Brown, Michael Brown, Jackie Jackson. Yeah, all of the names y'all could come up with. I'm not smart. I'm wise. If you didn't catch on, why I sometimes play wise, learned leaders with the eagles at the top. I don't know who made that for me. Somebody know who made it for me. I know who they work for. I don't know what they. We good. Don't need no paperwork drawing up. I just need them keys back. I don't even live on nothing though. That's the crazy part because I ain't never know nothing from the beginning. This was sending people information. Yeah, that was on the worldwide internet. Yeah, I don't know if those people knew what I was sending them. If they held it and now they want to get rid of it, that's their fucking problem. But I know in the Commonwealth, I don't have to show my deed. So they ain't take my deed. The deed anybody showing, yeah, I don't know who them fucking people is. See, when I catch a motherfucker up, I catch a judge up. I gotta make sure I got a fucking judge in there. Cause that judge, that ass belong to me. Yeah, the judge supposed to recuse themselves if they handled the criminal case against somebody and somebody beat them in the civil case. And then you try to use the criminal case, say, yo, you on probation, and then use the PO, then use little black bitch calling in her name Sharon Brown, she calling my PO. Then they got a whole fucking sector, and a whole sector is called the MO3 sector, where they said they took over my channel. And thanks to, and they made sure that they mentioned everybody that sent something into my PO, plus the ones that didn't want to participate. I had Terrain Hicks' picture, right? Clear my name. Never needed you to clear my name. Never did shit. but buy real estate. Buy real estate. Fuck y'all up with this real quick. Leave that up there. See #1 crown. Armani allegedly identified by the run. Jackie said herself she turned Kiwan in, and texts were produced of her telling the guy named Daryl. There's so much BS out here, it makes you crazy, or it does me. Shell QZZ, is he blocked? Is he who? Me. We are the receipts. And I say, here's a receipt. Let me look at something, kitty. Be right back. The Empress 1066, unblock MGR. Queen Tanya CC, the baby mama. Texas made. They said townhome, nice area, then apartment, upstairs, downstairs, Mexican, no neighbor. They don't want us to know the specifics. And this is DJ Kill 513, Restrain, Studio Restrain. Merry Christmas to all. And to all, a good night or morning, wherever you may reside. I don't know nothing.